Today we are making a video on Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon Edition. So I already made videos on the XFCE and the Mac desktop environment. So if you want to check this out, you can check that out in my channel. So they are already available in my channel in the yesterday's video. So this is the boot menu of Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So again, this is based on Ubuntu Jammy Jellyfish. So the all the new features and other information will be available in the description, so you don't need to worry. I'm going to show you how to download these ISO files, because the ISO files are not available in the official website. So they are available in the stable repositories in the Linux Mint. So I'm going to show you the installation process. I'm going to show you how to download it, and let's even explore what are the new changes here. So I'm running it on a virtualization, which is a VMware with 80 GB of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM with 2 processors, and it's 12 Gen i5. That's it in my laptop. That's the processor running in my laptop. So here is a logo. It should take a few more seconds, and we should be seeing our desktop environment or the desktop loaded completely. So the ISO file size is around like a 3 GB, but exactly it is like a 2.8 GB. Wait a few more seconds, and we should be seeing our Linux Mint Cinnamon desktop environment. Here is our mouse pointer. So already made like a 2 other desktop environment videos, so it's clearly up to you to choose whatever the desktop environment you want to choose it. But it's still not available in the official website, so it's always a better idea, or the better to wait for a few more days until the developers release the 21.2 in their official website. So it's always a good option to wait for a few more days, and you should be seeing the stable ISO file. This is also a stable ISO file, but I don't recommend right now, because we don't know, we should be seeing some bugs. There is no guarantee in that there should be some bugs or not. It's clearly, when we use it for hours, we should be finding that things. So right now it is taking a bit of long time, I guess. Usually the Mac desktop environment and the XFCE loaded pretty much very fast, but the Cinnamon is taking a lot of time here. I don't know why. Let's try to change the resolution. So that's my mistake. It loaded pretty much say exactly same, but I didn't change the this option like a stretch and keep display resolution. So that's the reason I didn't see the taskbar. So let's first change the display settings. Let's go to the preference display. My monitor is like a 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. So let's click on apply and keep new configuration. Let's close this thing. Let's first open the system monitor. I think it should be here. Let's first see the system information and then go with the system monitor. So here it is, which is Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon, and the Cinnamon version is a 5.8.4, and the kernel version is a 5.15.0-76, and my processor is a 12 Gen i5 1240p. So 4 GB of RAM, and hard drive is 91.8, and graphics card is here. So let's close this thing and see how much of resources it is consuming. So these are all the processes running right now. These are all the resources. This is a file system. Let's check the version of the system monitor, which is a 42.0. Let's first change the color so you can see properly. I'm going to change it to green, and this one to also to green. So let's run it up to like a 1 minute and see whether we're seeing a stable graph or a high graph or a low graph. Right now, until like a 35 seconds, it's going pretty much stable. In the Cinnamon desktop environment, in the XFCE and the Matte desktop environment, there were a high peak and low peak. There was not a stable graph in the system monitor, but in the Cinnamon desktop environment, it is going pretty much smoothly. So just a few more seconds. It's almost like a 60 seconds or a minute, and you can see there is a stable graph. There is no high peak just here, not that much of a high peak. So this is going pretty much good. Let's put it right side on the corner throughout the video, so you should be seeing all the changes here. So let's open the terminal and type in few commands. The version is here, GNOME 42 version 3.44.0. So let's type in inxi, and other one is inxi dash small b. Hit enter. So let me make it bigger so you can see properly. So let's type in inxi dash capital G. So this is complete information. I'm not going to go through all the things. If you want, you just pause the video and see all the information like a storage, code name, all the things. So here is everything. So it's going to take a lengthy video, so that's the reason I'm just going to skip that part. In every video I mentioned everything, so in this video I'm just going to skip because it's going to take like a 30-minute of video. So no one is going to watch that much of a lengthy video, so that's the reason. So that's the command for the Linux Mint 21.2. Code name is Victoria. So let's type in inxi-sv8. So this command will give you the complete distro information. So let's type in neofetch if it's pre-installed. Neofetch is also pre-installed. So let's type in htop. Htop should be installed on our own. So let's try to install it by typing sudo apt install htop and hit enter. It's going to take like a 20 seconds to install the htop, and we should be seeing a htop. Just a few more seconds. After this, I'm going to show you how to download and then the installation process. Keep an eye on the RAM and the CPU. So let's type in htop now. So here is our htop. So let's close this thing. And let's open the Firefox web browser to download the ISO file. So let's first check the version of the Firefox, which should be like a 115.2, I guess, 115 and the 0.2 update. So let's type in the search term like a Linux Mint. You need to type in Linux Mint as the search term, and I'm using a VPN, so that's the reason it says like a change to English. This is the official website. So as you can see, there is nothing Linux Mint 21.2 available. So let's go to the latest version. As you can see, there is Linux Mint 21.1 recommended. You don't see Linux Mint 21.2 in the official website because the developers didn't allow or uploaded the ISO files to the website. But if you go to the project and go to the mirrors and scroll it down, and you can choose any location you want here. There are plenty of locations. I'm going to choose the worldwide layer online. After clicking on this, you should be seeing the repositories. So there are 3 repositories like a Debian, stable and testing. So you will find the Linux Mint 21.2 in the stable and also in the testing. Let me open the stable first. As we can see, there is 21.2 available right here. And if you go to the testing, and you can see the testing here 21.2. So this is the stable and this is the testing. So there is already available in this table. I think there should be like a few more days, and the developers will upload the files, ISO files, in the official website. So right now the file size is around like a 3 GB. Exactly, it should be like a 2.8 GB. So the three desktop environment available are Cinnamon, Matte, and XFCE. I already made the XFCE and Matte desktop environment in my YouTube channel in the previous videos or yesterday video. If you want to check that out, you can check that out. So right now we are making a Cinnamon, so let's download the Cinnamon. As soon as you click in it, it should be, the download should be started here. So I'm using a VPN, so it's a bit slow. Usually it should take like 2 or 3 minutes. For me it took like a 1 minute and 1.5 minute like that, but I'm using a VPN, so it's a bit slow for me. So that's the downloading process. So let's close this thing and let's go to the installation process. Let's open the installer of the Linux Mint 21.2. So again, there is nothing changed in the installer, or we don't get any new installer. That's the same installation and the same installer. So I'm just going to quickly run through everything. I'm not going to explain everything because it's pretty much same in every Linux distro. Only if it's changed, I should be giving the tutorial there. So there is nothing changed, so I'm just going to run through fastly. So first you need to choose English or any language on your own. Choose your language there. Then keyboard layout, choose your keyboard layout here. If you want, type it here and test it, or detect your keyboard layout. Click on continue. It's going to take a few more seconds and we should be seeing some other options right now. Usually it shouldn't take this much of time, but it's taking that much, no problem. So install multimedia codecs. If you want to check this button, it will install the multimedia codecs. It's a better option to click that. Click on continue. It's going to take like a 30 to 40 seconds. It's going to prepare the Ubuntu drivers. So you need to wait for a few more seconds and you should be seeing the options like a erase disk and something else. So these are the options you already saw in every Linux distro. Again, I'm going to quickly say what are the changes or what are those things. So if you choose the erase disk, it's going to delete the current operating system. As we can see here, it's going to delete the current operating system in your hard disk. It's going to completely wipe out, and it's going to install the Linux Mint 21.2 on your hard disk. So if you are running Windows 11 or anything, it's going to delete that thing and it's going to install the Linux Mint. If you choose the main, if you are installing in your main PC, if you are choosing this option in a virtual machine, so there is nothing going to happen. It's going to erase the virtual disk. So it's always a good option to choose the VMware or a virtual box. So if you choose something else, it's going to give you the options of a dual operating system. Like you need to create a partitions, and it's going to be having like a two operating systems. So that's the difference here. So after clicking on install now, it's going to take a few minutes and it's going to be installed. If you have a good NPC, it should be like a 5 to 8 minutes. If you have a low NPC, it should take a lot of time there. So it's completely depends on your PC and the Linux distro. If it's a stable version, it's going to be very quick. So that's the installation process. Let's quit it and explore some of the desktop features like wallpapers and customization, all the things. So these are all the desktop settings. You can change anything you want here. You can change the desktop background. Let's go to the Victoria. These are all the new wallpapers available right now. So the people who are already using the Linux Mint 21.1 should easily see the changes. I'm using like Windows 11 as my main operating system, and I'll be making two videos on Linux distros of different types of Linux distro every day. So it's pretty much very hard for me to remember what are the things changed. So if you're using a Linux Mint 21.1 or Linux Mint, if you see any changes, just let me know in the comments below, because it's going to help other people too. So let's go to settings. These are all these other changes. So let's close this thing. If you want to see what are all the new features in the Linux Mint, you need to just go to the your browser and just type in Linux Mint 21.2, and here are all the new features. If you want Cinnamon edition, just open the Cinnamon edition. So these are all the new features. I forgot to show that in the yesterday's video. I was a bit of tired yesterday, so I forgot to show you all the things. So these are all the new changes and themes, all the things, as you can see. Themes, all other options like system settings. The things which are changed are available right here. So this is the official website new features. So if you want to see the XFCE, just type in the search term like a Linux Mint 21.2 and type in the XFCE, and you should be seeing like a new features. And here are all the changes. And if you want the Matte desktop environment, you just need to remove the XFCE and type in Matte desktop environment. And here it is, new features in Matte desktop environment. Just go through all things and you should be seeing what are all the things changed here. So my videos are already here. So the people who want to know what are the things changed, you just need to type in like this, and you should be seeing changes there. Sorry, I forgot to mention yesterday. I already said I was a bit of tired. So I hope you understand that. So these are all the wallpapers. Let's quickly open like a 10 to 12 apps and let's see how good the Cinnamon desktop environment will handle. Let's open backgrounds. Let's even open like a bit of other apps like a celluloid. On the accessories, let's open the files, Redshift. What else we have in the text editor also. Under the graphics, let's open the pics and the document scanner. Under the internet, let's open the Thunderbird and the hex chat. Under the office, let's open the LibreOffice. Right now it's taking like a champ. As you can see, it's there is no lag or any freeze there. There is everything running smoothly. On the sound and video, let's open Hypnotics and Rhythm Box also. I think we opened like 10 apps, I guess. Under the administration, let's open Gparted. Here is the installer, so already saw that. Software manager, Synaptic package manager. Under the preference, we don't have anything, so that's it. So let's see how many apps here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. I almost opened like a 16 apps. The RAM is almost like a 2.7 GB. CPU is almost like a 70%, as you can see. So this is the resources after opening like this many of apps. So there is nothing heavy consuming apps. So there is no Thunderbird still. I think it's loading still, I guess. I think this is Thunderbird. We have Thunderbird also opened here. We even have the LibreOffice. So everything is pretty much opened. So these are all the resources right now. So it took like a champ and running it very smoothly. As you can see, there is no freeze, no lag, anything. The mouse pointer is also working pretty much smooth. So let's close everything after seeing the version. Rhythm Box version is 3.44 or 4.4. LibreOffice version should be like a 7.5, I guess. It's like a 7.3.7.2. So let's close the LibreOffice also. Here it is, the calendar. Version is a 41.2. Let's even close this thing. Let's check the Thunderbird, which should be like a 102.13.0, as you can see. Let's even close this thing. So the file manager, Nemo 5.8.4, celluloid 0.2, I think 0.21. I'm very far away from the monitor, so it's a bit almost like a 5 to 6 feet away from the monitor, so I can't properly see. About the text editor said 3.4.3. So let me type in something, for example youtube.com /9to5linux. This is my channel URL. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. You're already watching in my channel, so it's a pretty weird thing to show you the channel URL, but it's okay. There is nothing to type here, so I typed my channel URL. So let's see the document scanner version 42.0. We already saw the file manager, so no need to see it again. So this is the pictures, about pics 3.0.2. What else we left is the gparted. Let's see the version of gparted 1.3.1. Awesome. So let's check the hexchat version 2.16.0. Let's even close this thing. Quit. So here it is, the redshift. Let's quit it also. So hypnotics 3.5. Like what we left is here just some backgrounds. So this is a software manager. If you want to install, you can install. The version should be 8.5.8.2.8. So you already know the software manager, no need to show everything. So let's maximize this thing. So the installed version will be like highlighted with a box, with a green box, and the installed version will be here. So let me quickly scroll it down. So I'm not going to show you in a slow speed because it's going to take a lot of time. So if you want to see this in a slow-mo, you can just go to YouTube settings and change the playback speed to 1.0 to 0.25. You should be seeing the installed version there. So I think we covered everything, I guess. Let's go to settings manager. So these are all the things here. You can customize, you can do anything here. You can change the themes, backgrounds, effects. The new themes are available right here. Advanced settings, you can customize, you can add, you can do anything you want here. So these are all the things. So I think we covered everything, I guess. I already showed you how to see the new features in their official website. So system settings is not responding. Force quit it. So I didn't see any bugs or errors, anything like that. So it's clearly up to you to use this Linux distro or not. So these are all the resources after using this much of all the hustle after using the Linux Mint 21.2. So let's end this video. So I already made videos on the XFCE and the Mac desktop environment. If you want to check that out, you can check that out. Compare all the three desktop environment and choose whatever the best desktop environment you want. So I already made 3 desktop environment. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out. So I already made the MX Linux release candidate 2.23. MX Linux 23 in today's video. So it's already available. If you want to check that out, you can even check that out. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.